everybody, welcome back to the garage. We're continuing to mess with the Cobra a little bit. Basically, so far the only thing I've done, I cleaned the interior, I conditioned the leather seats. Since they're just old, I just want to make sure they keep staying as good as they can. And then the main thing I've been trying to do is just kind of make sure the paint's as good as it can be and as well protected as it can be. Since I'm going to be driving it all the time, it's going to be outside a lot, all that kind of stuff. So basically what I had noticed when I was first messing with it is that to the touch, this thing was just really rough. It almost felt like touching sandpaper. So the way where I started with it was I got a clay bar. So this one, let's see if I can get you to see it here, is the medium clay bar from Chemical Guys. I got it at one of the shops locally. Seemed to work really good. Got it with the clay bar luber stuff, which I'll show you. This is the lube stuff they sell with it. Works super good. Now the paint is amazingly smooth. Next step is going to be to try to get it to polish up a little bit. There's a couple spots, especially on that other fender on the other side, where you can tell when mechanics have been working on it and stuff in the past, they probably didn't really put fender covers on it or anything and just kind of had their dirty hands all over the fender. So it's a little gray. Same with the nose of the hood. Let me see if I can show you that real quick. It doesn't really come across on the camera too bad, but you can kind of see on the front, it's a little dingy there. And over here, it's a little bit worse. You can see right there on the fender by the hood, it's just a little gray. At a distance, you don't really notice it, but it's just been bugging me a little bit, so I'm gonna see what I can do about it. So that's what we're gonna be doing. Just give me a couple minutes to see what we can get going. I got, for that part, let's see here. I got also from Chemical Guys, the V36. It's a cutting polish, so that's what I'm going to start with. I also borrowed a buffer from a friend, so we're going to see how that works out. First time I've ever actually used a buffer. So I've been kind of shown a couple things, but never really anything official, or I didn't really do my own car or anything much. So let's see what happens. All right, so far so good. I did about 3 passes on this fender over here, which I only saw like one of them, but check it out. So you can't really see a whole lot of that gray anymore, which is exactly what I'm looking for. So for a reference, here's that hood again. So you can kind of see the dinginess. And that was all right here on the fender. Oops, didn't really show you that very well. All right here on the fender. So far so good. I'm gonna go ahead, try and get this front spot of gray off, and then just do a once over the whole car. I'm probably not gonna bore you with all of that, but just wanted to show you kind of how it's coming. So far so good. So I'm gonna get back to it. All right, everybody. So here's what it's looking like after the cutting polish. Like we showed you, got rid of that gray there on the fender. Front of the hood's looking good too. So I think we're making some pretty good progress. Can't wait to see it all done. Getting ready to do the next step now, which is going to be the finishing compound, I think is what they call it. Let's see. Oh, nope. They call it optical grade final polish. Also Chemical Guys V38. So we're going to go ahead and try that again. Well, not again. We're going to try this now. Another round of buffing on the car. Took me quite a while last night. Just remember, don't give up, because it's looking pretty good. I was super tired last night. Spent a few hours doing this. So we got some more hours ahead of us, but hopefully we're going to be pretty happy with the result. All right, check back in here in a little bit, and I'll show you what it's looking like again. morning here at Tackett Garage. We spent all last night doing the final buff on this Mustang. I think we got it pretty good, so we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna move on. First, let me give you a show of what this looks like here. So next thing we're going to try to conquer here is we're actually going to be working on doing the headlights. They're a little cloudy. Let me see if I can show you here. A little cloudy, not too bad really. So I got one of the 3M kits for them, where it has the sandpaper, the polish, all that good stuff. Let me show you that kit here. So here's the kit. Used it a few times, it works pretty good. I just gotta have a drill. So I got the drill all charged up, and that's what we're gonna be doing next. And we'll see how it turns out. All right, so we're getting ready to start, and you'll notice I put a nice layer of masking tape all the way around to protect the paint. You can kind of tell over on this other side that the last people that did this didn't, because you can see all these scratches in it that I wasn't able to get out when I was buffing. Maybe they'd be able to come out if you really knew what you were doing and had a little more less fear about destroying your paint by going through it or anything, but I didn't. So that's why I make sure to get a nice layer of tape on here. Notice by the lens, I actually have like a double layer of tape too, just so I have a little extra protection for when the side of the blade's actually, or not blade, but like the sandpaper is actually going right here. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so at this point, you might be thinking, oh my God, what have I done? Because, I mean, you're sitting there going, oh, there's no way back now. But really, the only way back is to keep going forward. This is actually a good sign. So basically what we've done is you can see now it's pretty much, it's not yellow at all. It's all kind of a white. So what I got to finish still is when you do it, you want to make sure it's all like even. So like you can see right here, there's still a part that's a little bit shiny. And then like right around the little tabs is still a little part. So I'm gonna do another pass with it on the drill, which the drill setup basically looks like this. Once you get it on there, it gives you this little chuck to put in. And then it has Velcro on it, which is where you put your sanding pads. See here. So it has a few different sanding pads. I'm still on the first one. This one really wasn't all that bad. So that's a good thing. I think somebody had done it before. That's why I had those scratches I showed you earlier. But so I'm gonna do another pass with it on the drill, and then I'm gonna take this pad off, and I'm gonna kind of get like in the little corners. Like I can't really get up here in the point of the light. And then around these little pegs, I'm gonna get with the sanding pad off of here, just kind of scuff it up a little bit too, so that way it all kind of looks even when we're done. But that's the progress. That's pretty much what the first step looks like. I just gotta finish cleaning it up a little bit. Okay, so this is the next step in the process. Looks kind of more of the same, but again, you just wanna make sure you get it nice and even with the way the scratches are. That's the thing that's gonna be changing is once we get to this sandpaper, it's like a finer scratch. So you just wanna make sure everything looks even, kind of like that. But yeah, you still might be questioning, okay, how are these gonna come out? What are these gonna look like? Give it a second. The next step is where it's really gonna shine. Okay, so this is the part where it's about to get good. So we got that the two other sanding paper steps done. It looks like this. So it looks all cloudy and kind of weird right now, but you'll notice it's even and it's like a nice light, like a white color instead of that yellow it was before. It's even more pronounced if you have the really yellow lenses, which this didn't really have. But anyway, so this step has this little pad where it looks like almost like a rubbery stuff. And what you do is spray a little bit of water on it. You spray a little bit on your lens, get it a little wet, and then you start going around it. And that's when it really starts to get clear. Kind of see that in there. So you get your first glimpse of it becoming actually crystal clear. So I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna do the rest of the lenses and then kind of give you an overview of what it's looking like, and then we'll do that next step. before was. Here I have put the polish on it. Let's wipe it off. It already looks a little bit better, but check this out. Look at that, like brand new. Look how crisp everything in there looks. So much better. Now we just gotta do that one, finish it off, take off the tape. All right, so here they look. No tape around them, all nice and polished up. The only bad thing about doing it is then you start noticing all the defects like inside the light, like how you can see in there's that like little smudge on the chrome, or on the marker lights, there's little cracks just from heat and stuff, but take a step back and it just looks great. I'm hoping to get a little more light out of it too, so we'll have to see later tonight how that looks. But yeah, lights are done. Finally finished. It's got coat of wax on top. It's been buffed, it's been polished, the lights have been restored, the chrome's been slightly polished, and I think we're done for the day, at least for now. Time to clean up and move on.